am back with another Create a Sim build. Of course, this one is also a part of the Pokemon 2 Sim Create a Sim series. And this one is actually one that I thought was going to be pretty hard to do. And I had a feeling that I was going to end up doing them no matter what. Because it is Gyarados, as you've probably already seen it popped up on the screen and also on the title for the thumbnail and all that stuff. So I knew that I was probably going to end up at some point having to create Gyarados in this. I did include him, of course, in the pictures for people to sort of vote on over on Twitter, and Gyarados did win. Gyarados is one of the Pokemon who has been really, really popular since Pokemon first came out, part of the original 151, and is still holding his popularity, or her popularity. Technically, Gyarados can be either one. But, for the purpose of my, Create a Sim, I did make Gyarados as a guy, because I thought it would be a lot more easier to make Gyarados as a guy, and also it gave me a more of an excuse to make a guy, because again, since I did think it would be easier, I don't get to make guys too often, because usually I just feel like whatever I'm making usually leans in the direction towards female, and I also usually have more options for females, so like I'm like, oh wait, that could work really well if I make this particular like thing a female, whatever it may be, whether it's based off of a flower, a Pokemon, or whatever. So a lot of times it just resulted that I had more options available to me for females and things like that, and it would made it just easier to go through. So, but this was one of the ones where I was like, I have to do Gyarados as a male. So, here is my Gyarados male sim. So, I will say, like, I'm really happy with how he turned out, even though I was honestly dreading making Gyarados as a sim. Just, Gyarados has some very strong features and very angry looking features, basically. And, you know, just, I was like, how am I really gonna translate this Pokemon as a sim, and also hopefully not make people not like them? Because since Gyarados is one of the more popular ones, I'm like, I don't want to do horrible on this. But I will say that I actually really liked how he turned out. He doesn't look like a lot of my male sims. Like, he did not turn out like my usual male sims turn out whatsoever. And I will say, oddly, if it was personally me, because, you know, my imagination is being stretched pretty far to make Pokemon into sims, I will say he is one of them that if someone gave me all the pictures of the sims that I've made for this series and then all the pictures for the Pokemon that they were based off of, I feel like I would pick Gyarados' sim to match Gyarados faster than I would any of the other Pokemon. Because, I don't know, there is something about his face that does actually give me strong Gyarados vibes, other than the fact that Gyarados' mouth is constantly open and looks like, you know, he's always screaming at you, but I don't know, there's something about how how the face turned out that to me looks like if Gyarados was ever turned into a human, that these facial features would actually work, would actually fit pretty well, is what I mean to say. But I don't know, it was really weird because after I finished him, I was like, I feel like I should feel very strange that this Pokemon actually does give me pretty strong this sim gives me pretty strong Gyarados vibes and still looks like a normal sim to a certain degree, and actually looks pretty good looking for a male sim as well. So it's a little weird how it all worked out. I will say with the blue hair, I wish I could have got the color a little bit different. I would have done, like, added a little bit, maybe just a tint darker. Of course, you know, depending on what pictures of him, of Gyarados you look at, it matches some pictures. Like, a lot of the, like, anime pictures, the color is almost exactly the same of his hair, but like Pokemon Go, it's a lot darker, and then like, in like pictures of like on the game, it's like the game is like in between Pokemon Go and the anime, so it's like, I wish the blue would have been a little bit differently, but I thought it was the one that fit the closest, like the hairstyle and also the color. And I also realized I had a lot of male sims in particularly who had to have blue hair, or I thought needed blue hair, that I was like, this just makes this whole situation a little bit harder than it needs to be. So, yeah, there was also some of that, and I think Gyarados was one of the first ones I made. of the guy Sims that have blue hair, or something close to blue hair, or supposed to have blue hair, or originally intended to have blue hair, you know, somewhere along in those blue hair realms. I can't remember if he was one of the first ones I made or one of the last ones. Either way, the last one or two of them, I struggled really hard because I did not want to use the same hair, especially with the same color. There is, I think, one hairstyle on the female side that I used twice, I think, but I'd give them different colors, so it's okay. But I struggled. I realized I also gave him the same top as Zapdos, so there's that. And I really wanted my legendary ones to, like, sort of stand out. And I actually think he's got the same hairstyle. The only difference is he's got the one that the hair color goes all the way down, while Zapdos' roots are black. So I didn't mean to do that. I forgot that I'd given those to Zapdos, but it's fine. You know, Gyarados may not be a legendary Pokemon, but, you know, he's pretty high up on there. So it's okay. It's fine. It's cool. If certain Pokemon had to be able to be given similar things to the legendary ones, I feel like Gyarados is one of them that could pass. So it's okay. But, I say and so and but way too much in these, like, voiceovers. I'm sorry. I really am. But I can't help it. There I go again. I hope that you do really like how he turns out. And I do actually really like how he turned out, like I was saying. It definitely does not look like my usual guy Sim. Like, there is definitely certain features that he has that I don't usually give my guy Sims, or don't make it, like, a strong point of their facial features. But I like how it turned out. I like how, in the end, it became. And I almost do want to add him to the main series, just as, like, if someone was to end up with the Sim that was created from this, it'd be interesting to sort of see the genetics come into play and see how it would go through, or something like that. I don't know. I also have other ideas. If I was to add him to the main save, I would add someone else. I'm not going to get into too many details because I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to add him to the main save. It just depends on how I'm going to add him. Am I going to add him so that he's young and he fits in this new generation that's coming up, or am I going to add him so that maybe another generation could be growing up with another generation? If you get my drift there. You may not, but anyway, so I hope you really do enjoy how he turned out, and I hope you like this video. I hope you've been enjoying this Pokemon 2 Sim series so far. I know it's pretty long, and I know I haven't been getting them out every day like I meant to. I will have a vlog either right before this or after this, so that very soon, so that sort of explains some things, but the screenshots should be coming up so that you can see those. Please let me know how you think how he turned out down in the comments below, and tell me, who are some of your favorite ones so far? Is Gyarados one of your favorite ones? Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But, you know, we'll just have to see in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out my other Sims 4 playlists down in the description below, as well as all of my social medias, so you can keep updated and follow me over on those. Maybe get a little sneak peeks of things that's going on the channel and stuff, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!